Good evening and welcome to Conversations with Carolyn. Good evening. It's Wednesday, and I trust that each and every one of you have had just an absolutely amazing day. It's Wednesday. Tag somebody. Let somebody know that we are on the air. Let somebody know the conversations are here, and we're ready for you to chime in, for you to for your comments. Thank you so much. It's always in the house, Madria. We are so glad that you are joining us on tonight. Yes. Thank you. Yes, it's time to step out on faith. This is India Irie. Strength, courage, and wisdom. We need it each and every day in every way possible. All right, we're going to take a few moments. Remember, tag somebody, share this video with someone. If you're on YouTube, go on and like. Go on and like. If you're on Facebook, go on and like, share. Make someone aware that there are conversations going on and they don't want to miss and be a part of the conversation on tonight. That's right. We're talking about what's your next move. That's right. What's your next move? What is your road to freedom? We want to talk about that tonight. It's Black History Month. And as you know, for me, I'm 365 Black History. I am Black History. 365 days of each and every year. All right. India Ari, I do not own the rights to this music. It is India Ari and that strength, courage, and wisdom. A signature song, for a signature movement, for it's time. It's time. It's time. All right, tag somebody, share. We're going to give another minute or so, and we want you to be interactive. I want, as we go through the conversation tonight, I want you to post. I want you to share. I want you to write down in the comments some of the thoughts going through your head. We're going to have a conversation tonight. All right. That's it. Mm. Close your eyes. Think about all the things that you want to see. Hey. Open up your heart. India, I read. Strength, courage, and wisdom. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yes. Let it be. Invite someone, tag someone, let someone know that, hey, it's that time. Oh, yes. Glad to see you out there tonight. Glad to see you out there. Hey, sis Shirley, how are you? Glad there. Hey, Hanan. Hey, David, glad you're out there. Don't forget, share, let somebody know we are here tonight. And we're just going to talk tonight about it's your next month. Talk tonight about your road to freedom. You know, this is Black History Month. And as I often say time and time again, we are Black History 365 days out of each every year that we are existing on this place called Earth. As we are existing in this sphere, where are you? What are your thoughts? What's going on with you? What's your next move? You know, we've been spending a lot of time truly embracing who we are and embracing this wonderful month that they've given us to celebrate Black history. And oftentimes we wonder, okay, Black History Month is, they gave us February, which is 28 days instead of another month. Why not give us March or one of the months with 31? But at any rate, we're here celebrating our Black History Month. And in that, we've had a lot of things going on over the past few weeks, I can say, that have questioned who are we as African Americans? Who are we as Black Americans? Who are we as Asiatic people? Who are we as human beings? Who are we as human beings? Who are we as we were created to be? Think about that. Who are we as we were created to be? And so tonight, I just want you to just kind of relax. Feel free to chime in. I want you to get those fingers ready to post. I want you to get those fingers ready to make your comments, because it's really important as we go through tonight. And it's really important that we go through, see what's really going on and what's going on out there, and what is it that we are going to be able to do with our next move? What are we going to be able to do with our next move? So one thing about it, we want you to tag somebody, let everybody know that we are in the room tonight and that we are talking about so much of who we are, where we're going, what's your next move, what are you going to do? All right, so if you're out there tonight, if you're listening tonight, if you could just drop in the chat tonight, I'm here. If you could drop in the chat, drop a heart. If you could drop in the chat how it is that you're feeling on tonight. Let me know how you're feeling tonight. We just got through going through a lot of emotions as we went through Valentine's Day, and we went through the emotions. We talked about the last week, is love overrated? We talked about love being totally visible in our lives. How is it that we can demonstrate the love that we have? And most importantly, with this love thing, what's your next move with it? With our Black History Month, what is your next move? How is it that you choose to move next? So if you could just drop in the chat tonight, what is your next move? How do you feel about moving forward in the skin that you are in? Talk to me tonight. How do you feel tonight about moving forward in the skin that you are in? And I would like to say that for those of you that are watching me via Facebook, StreamYard will just have Facebook user. So there is a link that StreamYard has as it comes up posting, and you'll have an opportunity to click on that link and say, I do give StreamYard permission to use my name. That way, when the comments come up, we can see more than just Facebook user, but we can see who it is that's actually typing in on the remarks. Okay. All right. So once again, we are here tonight, and I'm just going through, I'm on Facebook, and I'm also on YouTube. So if you have an opportunity to go on YouTube tonight, and you will be able to see us on YouTube as well. Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm trying to see who's all here. And once again, I want you to be able to put your name on your chart. So if you are here tonight on Facebook, don't forget to click that link so that you will be able so I'll be able to see your name. Yeah. Hi, Toothless Tiger. Glad you're here tonight. It's always good to see so many faces as they come in. I'm glad to be able to just kind of sit tonight and just kind of talk a little bit about what is your next move. What is your road to freedom? We talk about freedom. We talk about our movement, how is it that we are moving on tonight? What is your next move? We've been at, we've so much going on. We've seen so much happening in this sphere that we're living in. We've seen so much atrocity. We've seen humanistic values on the decline, and nobody's considering how it is that you treat one another, how it is that you are able to just be there for someone else. How is it that you tonight, how are you moving? How are you moving tonight? That's a question that I'm asking. And you may not be able to answer that question right away, but maybe after the next few comments, it's thought provoking enough that you'll be able to ask yourself the question. You'll have an opportunity to self-assess. You know, now is the time that we really have to make these self-assessments. We have to assess ourselves and be able to make sound judgments for ourselves, to be able to move forward, to be able to have a positive move, to be able to be confident about our move. See, your move is not about the move that somebody else has made for you. Your move is about what society tells you your move is. Your move is not even about the place that you're in now. The move, your next move, is where your mind and your heart are marry each other. It's where your mind and your heart come together and be proactive. Be proactive about making things happen. When was the last time that you actually made something happen in your life? Think about that. When was that last time? When was that last time? So tonight, I just want to talk about making that next move. I want to talk about, as you've gone through year after year after year. We have gone through learning about history, learning about movers and agents and change agents in African American history, quote unquote, Black history. We've learned so much about different ones. And then we are actually living in American history now. We're living Black history now. Each and every day, we are making history because we are surviving. Each and every day, we're making history because we are thriving. Each and every day, we find innovative ways to do something. And if you've heard that cliche that Black people that they will improvise at any moment, it's because we've always had what it took. We've always had the resources. We've always had the mindset of how to cultivate and move about in nature and how to make nature powerful in our lives. But along the way, down through the years, we've allowed ourselves to become in existing in a world that has been conformed for us according to someone else's needs. We have been so complacent about accepting a job that's a good job. However, your value is diminished. However, your value is not even worthy of the way that you're being treated. So a lot of times we have to think about this thing called Black history. We have to think about the love of Black history. We have to think about the worth of Black history. We have to think about how will we move Black history forward? How will we make this dialogue so surreal that people will understand that we are more than 28 days, that people will understand that we are more than February, we are more than the hair that we wear, we are more than the clothes that we wear, we are more than the ethnicity that's placed on us. We are history because we're living it every day, because we've been here since the beginning of time. We've been here since the beginning of time. And don't forget, hey, Uncle Ira, glad you're out there watching. And we have such a rich and vital history, because every bone in our body, every piece of tissue that's we're made of, for every muscle, for every piece of fabrication, for everything that exists inside of us, it was placed here first, and it was placed here purposely. And why do you think people say, find your purpose, find your purpose? They want coaching instead of just be. They want you to go look for it instead of just exist. You know, a lot of times we have to honor that our purpose is who we are, what we offer to this world. And a lot of times, some people that offer what we have to offer will be something that people may not want, or may not stand, or may not even want to respect. But the bottom line is, as you move in your own authenticity, as you move in the purpose that God has given you, as you move in freedom, meaning that I want to get to a place, and I'm becoming her. I'm becoming that to the point to where I don't care what anybody say or think about me, as long as I'm moving in God, the Most High's timing, as long as I'm moving in a way that's going to be beneficial to me, my self-care, my self-love, my family, and not bringing any harm to anyone. That's how I'm moving. I'm moving with such courage that I feel like, okay, this is how I feel. I can say how I feel, because one of the very first things I want to talk about tonight about your moving and how it is that you move, it's in mindset. Mindset matters. Okay, let's see what you're saying, Toothless. We will understand that we are not Black. All right, we are more. Black is a legal status, and it is civilly dead in the eyes of the law. You are not in the human family when you identify as Black. All right, all right. Thank you, Toothless. I appreciate that, because that's one of the things that I think we as people often don't rate ourselves as high as we should be rated, because we are connected to attributes, nouns, and things that are placed on us, not who we really are. So Toothless Tiger, she will be back. She's been on the show before, but she will be back, and we're going to break down some of this and talk about what Black means, what it means to be a Moor, what it means to truly understand who we are, and how knowing who we are can take us further than what we have been accustomed to. All right. So I love you too. I see Facebook user says, I love you too. I do. I love each and every one of you for sharing time with me, for being here, because you don't have to be here. So I'm really grateful for that. So for the person that said love you, if you could just type your name in the comments, and that'll give me a little bit more of knowing who you are. Hey, Andrea, Tracy, glad you're watching. And tonight we are talking about what's your next move. We're talking about Black History Month, and how we are more than 28 days. We are more than February. And I got to put Toothless Tiger's comment back up, because it's very vital to us understanding how it is that we move, how it is that we place our next move. And Toothless says, we will understand that we are not Black. We are more. Is legal status, and is still dead in the eyes of the law. You are not in the human family when you identify as Black. I had to put that back up there, because I think it's really, really a key component to us moving and making our next move a vital, powerful move. See, we just don't need to be moving. We need to be moving powerfully. We have to be so strategic about how we master that move. And when we do that, we find ourselves feeling good about who we are, what we have to offer, and what it is that we are doing. So thank you, Toothless. And once again, you all research. When you come across terms, or when you come across concepts, when you come across ideologies that you're not used to, that you don't believe in, that you're just, I'm not sure about that. Don't be so blindsided that you won't open up to realizing that there is so much more to us. Listen to me. There is so much more to us than what they say. There's so much more to us. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about tonight is the fact that mindset matters. Our mindset matters. It matters because what's in your frame of mind? What is it that you see when you look out of the lens of your eyes? What is it that you care about? So a lot of times our mindset has been oh my gosh, so buried into the culture of less than, we will never have. We are, there, I think I can never, I think I don't remember his name intentionally because he was such a farce, but I think his name is Sims, Sims, back in the day, back in the early 60s, that they use our women, our melanin women, our Black women, our African American women, our Moor women, our Asiatic women as guinea pigs. And they would not use anesthesia. They would perform all kinds of surgeries, would not use anesthesia on Black women. They would in giving birth, they would not give any of the pain relieving mechanisms. It wasn't afforded to the Black women. And these kind of things led the people in that culture to think that Black people could carry pain in such a way that Europeans and others didn't carry. And that was totally wrong, because we are all humans. We were all created, and we were created and to understand, to be understood and respected equally. Now, that's what we were made for. However, society and time has not only divided us, but it has also weakened us and weakened our communities to the point that we don't even value each other. And that's where I want us to think about. Mindset matters. The atrocity of the murder of Tyree Nichols brings so light to what we're going through. All throughout the last couple of decades, you've heard the scenario, Black on Black crime, Black on Black crime. And in hearing that, and we were like, and they took it and ran with it. Now, here's the other thing. Everybody create crime against each other. And the reason that the Black on Black crime was illuminated so much, because they wanted us to think we were no good. They wanted us to think all Black people were thuggish. They wanted us to think that all of us melanin communities didn't care about each other. So why should they care about us? See, the real fact about that is that white people kill white people because their communities, their neighborhoods, it just doesn't get illuminated like they exercise and did the American Moor population. They didn't do that. And Chinese people, they kill each other over there. Asians, I mean, everybody, for every culture, everybody kills them. They're criminals. There are things happening there in their own communities. But they wanted to just carry away with Black on Black crime. Hey, Vivian, glad you're there. Black on Black crime, Black on Black crime. No, everybody has crime. in every culture, in every community. But the atrocity of Tyree Nichols raised a whole new set of lens. Mindset matters. So tonight, I want you to begin to change your mind. Tonight, I challenge you, transform your mind into making your next move powerful. We got to stop just moving any kind of way, y'all. We got to just stop moving carelessly. We got to move with power. And Toothless has another great profound statement here. And she says, culture is in the language, and we need to choose our words because there you go, mindset. They are very important. Words are important. Our nation is Asiatic, and I agree with you, Toothless. More short for Moabite. It is our bloodline, not an organization only. Thank you so much, Toothless. Like I said, I can't wait for us to get back and have some roundtable discussions so that we can together collectively, for those that want to know who you really are. Because see, if you want to stay in the rut that you're in, it's not saying that everybody I'm talking to is in a rut. But if you are in a place that you keep saying, I want to change, I need to do something different, that's a rut. So now is the time I want you to come out of that rut. I want you to move forward with confidence, but I need your move to be powerful. Powerful. Yeah, we've been moving aimlessly for far too long. And I think it's time now that we need to move with power. So what's your mindset? How is your mind tonight? Where are you thinking about Black history? Where do you fit in this mode of Black history? Where do you fit in this mode of caring for your brother or your sister? Where are you in how it is that you are on your road to freedom? Can each of you say tonight that you are really free? Can you? Jot it down. Write it in the chat. Are you free? Can you honestly say that you are free as you want to be tonight? Drop it in the chat. Let me hear what you're saying. Are you free? Are you free? Are you free? I just need you to put it in the chat. Let me know. Are you free? Oh, thank you, Uncle. I was you that said you love me. I love you too, Uncle Ira. All right. Are you free tonight? Each and every one of you, I need you to drop in the comment. Are you free? Do you really feel like you are free? How? Hey, Cousin Daryl, glad you're watching. Tonight we're talking about moving. What's your next move? Tonight we're talking about your road to them. They've given this Black History Month to us, 28 days, February, and I keep more than 8 days, more than February. Actually, we are more than they've ever given us credit for. Now is the time that we have to reclaim our honest, true, pure heritage. We've been robbed, we've been pimped, we have been some of everything, but respected for who we really are. So tonight, if you can, don't forget, drop in the chat, are you free? Do you really feel like you are free as you want to be? Another thing we want to talk about, we talked about mindset. And I'm moving pretty quickly. I just take a few things from here and there, but the mindset. I want you to change your mindset. Think about your mindset and where is your mindset tonight as to how you're moving in this melanin world. How is it that you are moving? How is it that you move as a human being? What's your mindset about helping your brother or your sister? What is your mindset about making you great? What's your mindset? How is your mindset about how you plan to be there for your family? What's your mindset? How you're going to make that happen? What is your mindset tonight about your career? What is your mindset tonight about your home, your family? What's your mindset about what's your final destination? Are you in the place where you want to be? Do you want to live in, drop in the chat where you're from? Or do you want to stay in, I'm in Houston, Texas. Do I want to stay in Houston, Texas? It's up for discussion. Do you want to stay in Helena, Arkansas? Do you want to stay in Milwaukee, Wisconsin? Do you want to stay in Dallas, Texas? Where we from? Stay in Bill, Arkansas? Talk to me tonight. Talk to me tonight. Where do you really want to be? Are you there? That's why this conversation is so intricate, because you are at a crossroads. You're at a crossroads because they're given, so what's that word? See, that's the thing. I went through the same. When I started doing my assessment, the same thing. I don't want to move. I'm done. I don't know. But I tell you, when you get your mind in a place that you move from the fear, you move from the unknown. Ray Hagins, he has an acronym, an illustration that he does with the same before he begins to teach. And he said, and he talks about the fact, I'm not going to quote him verbatim, but that everything inside this circle is all that you know. That's all you know, everything inside this circle. But you have to have your mind in such a way that you can think outside of that circle, that you can even begin to entertain anything that's outside that circle. Because when you do that, you put yourself in a situation to learn and just grab a great amount of knowledge that's going to make you powerful. All right, remember that. Remember that mindset matters. It matters. So how will we change our mind? What do we need to do in changing that mindset? What are you stuck in a rut of this, or are you fascinated by this? Sometimes our mind is full of fascination. And when we get full of fascination, we're chasing fascination. We're chasing dreams instead of just being the dream. You know, a lot of times they say dream, 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 but sometimes you need to plan for the dream. Plan the dream. And so tonight, I really want you to think about, where's your mindset? And are you really free? And once again, come on, chat with me in the chat, post, text, let me hear from you. I need to know how you're feeling on tonight. Drop some hearts, drop some likes, share. I need to know that you're with me on tonight. I need to know that you are feeling what I'm saying. I need to know that you are true to the blue about making your next move powerful. Let's do that. Okay, can we do that? Movement matters. Something about our mindset. Our mindset matters. So if you need to change your mindset to entertain research, to entertain a new strategy, to entertain a new move, and embrace it, you'll be surprised at what happens. Movement matters. How are you moving? What's your destination? You know, like I said, is that where you want to be? The main question is, how are you going to get to where you want to be? What kind of movement, what kind of moves are you making? Are you making boss moves? Are you making mediocre moves? What kind of moves are you making tonight? Are you comfortable in the relationship you're in? Are you comfortable in the job that you're in? Are you just riding along? So, just a few more years, I retire. Just a few more years, I retire. But what about within that few years, they downsize? Within that few years, all the retirement and 401k, all that kind of stuff move out the window. And you say, I'm gonna wait till I retire before I travel. I'm gonna wait until I do before I travel. Well, if long as you're waiting, You're not moving and powerful. You're waiting, and you're in the fact of mobility of your mind. All of this, all of this goes hand in hand. All of it goes together. When you move your mind. When you move your mind. Your mindset matters. Your movement matters. How are you going to move tonight? With the fact of what's your next move, how are you going to move? Because we need you to move, and we need you to move now. It is real critical that we need to move and move quickly. If you been watching the news or anything going on, it's been at least 3 balloons that's been shot down, brought down, whatever. We don't know where the balloons are coming from. They say it's China, but you know how that goes. We don't know what the balloons are holding. We don't know, we don't know any of that. But we know something is going on. When you're looking at all the downsizing and things something is going on. Movement matters. So how will you solidify your life in case of anything? How to solidify your life to where you can move and operate still in fullness, still in confidence? How will you move? How will that happen? No. I need to know how that works. So, looking at another great comment, Toothless has placed, and Toothless, I want to thank you for being so vocal tonight, and thank you for being a part of this conversation. We need to study history and law together so that our concepts will be right. We need an etymology dictionary, 4th edition Black Law Dictionary, and an older Oxford dictionary. I am in Dallas. Awesome. Thank you. So I'm going to let up there for a few moments for people to be able to resonate the same. And we do. We need to study law, history, and law together so that our concepts will be right. We need an etymology dictionary, needs to break down what the words mean. 4th edition Black Law Dictionary is real crucial, and an older Oxford dictionary. She's in Dallas, and we're going to work some things out. We're going to put some things together. And if you're interested in finding out more about who we are, you can follow me, follow Toothless, and her page on YouTube is Toothless Tiger. So there's a lot out here, y'all. There's a lot we need to be doing. And let's stop being so critical of one another, being ostracized and taken away by thinking because we're looking and researching something that we've been taught all our lives through religion. And religion has not been the truth. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that God is not the truth. I'm not saying that there is not a higher power. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is religion has messed us up. It's bamboozled us. It's brainwashed us to having us think that we can't do anything but what they've given us and told us we could do. And that's not acceptable. Not acceptable. Thank you, Toothless. I know you're ready for your show. You got a show in 30 minutes. So we're glad. Culture is the language most of us don't have in erudition to answer these questions. Honestly, we need to learn the language. So that's the real part about mindset movers. So let's talk about this, y'all. The conversation, Toothless. I think, what's our next move? Our next move is finding out who we are according to the 4th edition Black Law Dictionary. So the next move would be to collab. So we will be, I'm saying this publicly, I will be getting with Toothless Tiger, and we're going to have some sessions. We're going to have some forums, and we will let you know what these sessions are. when they're going to be, and they will be online. They will be either Zoom webinar, StreamYard. We're not sure how we're going to do it. We're going to do something. So that's our next move of learning more about who we are. That's so mindset matters. Movement matters. And see, that's why it's important to communicate and have these conversations, because from this conversation, we've been able to make a move happen. So we're going to learn more about who we are, and you're going to have to stay tuned for that. And also, we want to look at another way of making sure that we're in a place that we know what's our next move. Financial freedom. Financial freedom matters. I don't care what you say, how you say it. Everything in this world is run by capital. It's run by money, whether it's foreign currency, whether it's currency, whether it's gold, silver. Our world moves by money, and it moves by currency of some form. It moves by resources, the rich resources. And we all know, as you begin to understand who we are, how we got to where we are, and our own Asiatic land full of diamonds, full of jewels, full of minerals. And a lot of that was taken from us. A lot of lives were destroyed and killed for the greed of those diamonds. Well, if you can remember, there was a term years ago, blood diamonds. And it was called blood diamonds because Africans were killed for those diamonds. They came in, we know who they are, but they came in, colonizers came in, and invaded the villages, invaded the nations, and took those resources and made money off those resources themselves. So it's a lot of that kind of stuff that lies in the residue of financial stress that a lot of melanin people are in today, because we are not entitled we don't get the entitlements, shall I say, that our counterparts get when it comes down to the various. So as far as getting a loan from a bank, getting a grant, or getting this, or getting investors, or getting whatever we need to move forward to make things happen. So that means that when we're not getting it from them because they don't want us to move up to do what we need to do to sustain, we have to depend on each other. So that's when we have to not only save, but we have to collaborate. And if you can just follow with me, when you collaborate the financial minds, you are collaborating a consortium of people who can bring about a community that can help us thrive. Think about being able to, a person may have a great amount of money or resources, good credit, all of that kind of great stuff, but they may not have the skill set to put together a program, to put together a grocery store, put together whatever. But there's somebody that can do that don't have the money. There's somebody who can do that may not have credit score. So there's somebody who may have the money, may not have the credit score. So think about this. Can you imagine a coming together of someone with a good credit score, someone with the money to investment, somebody with the concepts, ideology, the skill set, the mind to put together a good program, organization, business, or whatever, and then someone who's good in organization? You can have all the money in the world and not have any organizational skills. And imagine you have money, but you may not know how to build or construct a building. So you have somebody that know how to construct, build, have all the pretty skills, but they don't have the money. They don't have the credit. because life happens, hardships happen all down through history. When we hardships, we don't have the leverage or the support to pour back into us to help us move. We were I think our greatest handicap was when the Europeans told the slaves, the heads of the slaves, the sharecroppers, and when you move from slavery and went to sharecroppers, and the European slave masters were telling the men and the families, don't worry about, don't you let them pull themselves up by the bootstrap, and don't give them anything. They got to go and learn it on their own. In their own households, they were picking up their children out of the gutter that's been drunk and sending them off to another place and giving them money to start a business or start whatever. And we just, not all of us, and I'm not saying we as collective, I'm saying many of us. Now there were many of our melanin people who were able to get that help, that resource, or did collab and was able to move forward. But the majority, I would say the majority, as stand to be corrected, but I will say in my observances, in my experiences, in my professional life of been in community industry for 20 years. I've seen all kinds of programs. I've seen those that work, those that don't. I've seen loopholes. I've seen set traps. But it's all a matter of how it is that we begin to not only save, but collaborate, and so that we can be able to make things happen. And the greatest thing about this financial freedom, not too late. I don't care if you have nothing. You can begin to have your financial freedom by starting today. So, it may be $50, it may be $5, it may be $10, but whatever you have, you start that saving. And it's good to be able to have two different accounts: your saving account where you don't touch, and then you have your other account where you pay all your bills or whatever. And I'm learning. Listen to me. These financial institutions finding creative ways of having regulations set up so that if you don't have a whole lot of money in the bank, where you have an accountant tracking your money, there's a lot of stuff going on. Bank of America not long ago had instances where people went to get their money. There was no money. Money was gone, all from the click of a button. Even me, Wells Fargo, I had some problem with Wells Fargo. But what I'm saying is we have to be real careful about how it is that we keep our money in these banks. You keep this a certain amount, diversify, put your money in different places, so that if they decide to click a button and your money was gone, you still have money, you still have some resources so that you can continue to live and survive and thrive. Be real careful about that. Financial institutions are getting really tricky. They're getting really cunning about how it is that they handle your money. And it's all in a click of a button, and it can be gone just like that. So be real careful. There's always, many ways that you can handle your money. And that will be a whole nother thing behind. We'll have sessions, and I do have sessions about that, and we deal with that one-on-one or in another platform, so that you can be able to diversify your money so that you won't get caught up in the rapture if anything was to happen. Okay, financial freedom, you need to do that. And one of the talk about building branding, it matters. And it's really important that we take these next moves in ways of building ourselves, branding ourselves or rebranding. And what I mean by that, you have a vision, you have a talent, you have a gift. And whatever that gift or talent is, if it's not in the job you're working in now, if it's not in that 9 to 5, if it's something that's not bringing you the value and worth that you need for this financial freedom that we were talking about, now is the time that you need to build on it. Build on it. Now is the time that we need to start thinking about how is it that we can bring enough financial wealth together that we can build schools. I everybody talk about Umar Johnson, but my hat goes out to him. Because he has a vision, he has the plan, he knows the way we've been bamboozled. He knows our children are not being cared for and not educated like they need to. And with this critical race theory, with all of these, with a lot of these states wanting to keep a lot of our history out of the books, out of libraries, out of being taught in the educational realm. No. That is not acceptable. And now is the time that we have to be conscious about building our own schools, about building our own grocery stores, about, there's so many, it's everyday people with millions and billions, everyday melanin people with millions and billions. It's time for us to put that money together and have our own banks, have our own grocery stores, have our schools, have what we need. I know you say, well, we had it in Tulsa, they burnt it down. They had it in Rosewood, they burned it down. Well, that's okay. We're going to keep on building, and this time we're going to build better. This time we're going to brand, and we're going to brand better. This time we're going to rebrand by taking what we done before, what we learned from that, and build on that. Sometimes we have things where we started out, then we kind of fell by the wayside, and then you start over. That's how I did with Chance of a Lifetime. I started out with Chance of a Lifetime in 2016, but I started and I was doing a lot of behind the scenes, the resume writing, the career building, the counseling, and all of the workshops. And then, of course, the 9 to 5, I was doing more in my regular job than I was able to do for my business. And then the pandemic came, and then just so much. But what I'm doing now, conversations with Carolyn, this is how I chose to rebrand Chance of Lifetime Coaching. So every day I'm thinking of new ways, creative ways, innovative, make sure that what Chance of a Lifetime brings to you, it's going to be something that's affordable. It's going to be rewarding. It's going to be something that's going to bring you the knowledge and confidence of being wonderfully proud of who you are in your melanin skin. That's what it's all about. And we got to break the myths. We got to break the rules and break that generational lack, that we've had passing down. Forget about all the rules that's been given to you that's been keeping you back. Forget about all the rules in your family, in your generations that have kept your families from growing financially, kept your marriages from growing financially, kept your communities from growing financially, kept you as an individual from growing financial. We got to break all the rules and start a new game. What's your next move? I working in the industry that I work, during the pandemic, there were a lot of people that lost jobs, a lot of jobs that shut down. 3 years of the pandemic, there were a lot of people who were out of work. And when we started going back to work. It started opening up again, and a lot of employers and they still are. They're having a hard time finding good employees. They're having a hard time finding people to work. They're having a hard time with job seekers being in the transitional mode from being a job seeker to being employed as an employee. Here's something that I researched and found out, that with the pandemic, they offered the PPL loans. They offered different stipends. There were some people that got their stipends, got their LLC, and started their business. There were some people that had maybe started a business, and the PPL money helped them to gain the resources that they need to create their business, create their organization, whatever it was. And those people are no longer in the unemployment line. Those people are no longer in the workforce solution offices looking for a job. People are no longer online and Indeed and all that looking for a job. Those people are no longer in job seekers. Those people are now employers. Those people are now business owners. They're entrepreneurs. So you've lost a lot of people. A huge percentage were lost because they build, branded, or rebranded themselves. And that's what matters. How is it that you can begin to make your next move a move that's going to take you from where you are, take you from lack to stability? It's going to take you from worlds and worlds of shall I say, being bound to being totally free. And that's the question I asked before. How do you feel totally free tonight? How do you feel free tonight? Well, I trust that these few moments have caused you to think about how you're moving, have caused you to think about your freedom wave, your freedom move, have caused you to think about, what am I going to do next? Have caused you to even think about, am I doing all I can to make sure that my community moves? Am I doing all that I can to make sure my family have what they need? Am I doing all that I can in spite of what people have said about my family or said about this person or said about that? Am I ready to let all that go? We live with too many grudges, y'all. We hold on to stuff that doesn't even matter. And then, God forbid, something happens and you're the first one crying at the casket, wanting to, all of that. It's time to let go of the fallacy that we are not in sync. That's a fallacy. That's a fallacy. So I think it's real important that we understand the critical time. We need to move now. We have been too complacent for far too long. We need to move now. The time to build is now. The time to brand is now. The time to rebrand is now. What is your next move? How is it that you're going to make it down your road of freedom? Once again, we're talking about those 4 elements of making your move. Remember, your mindset matters. Do you need to change your mind tonight? Do you need to open up the circumference of your lens and how it is that you frame things in life? Sometimes we have to let go of stereotypes. Sometimes we have to let go of enablers. I'll never forget. I was well beyond a young adult before I realized how enabled that I was and how that enabling crippled me. It just handicapped me into becoming full throttle. And so a lot of times when I was, young adult, like I said, I was able to have affordables, even though we were poor. We were a poor family. We lived in a 3-room house. We went from a 3-room little duplex to a 2-bedroom duplex. Then we finally got the house on the corner. That's where we grew up. And we still today. That's the family house. My dad's still there. But grew up. We grew up poor, but I didn't know I was really poor until I went to college, because we were able to get the things that we wanted. We were able, like I said, in high school, I had credit card. In college, had credit cards, max them out. Parents will pay for them and fuss about it. I'm not going to do this no more. Don't max them out again. But I didn't understand. I didn't realize how critical me staying in that mindset was handicapping me and was keeping me from learning early enough, from utilizing all of who I am early enough. Then I could be so much further down the road. That's why I say mindset matters. Where is your mindset tonight? Hey, Crystal, glad you're watching. Where's your mindset tonight? Does it need changing? Do you need to do as Ray Hagan say and move the circle open and allow your mind to think a different set of ways? So if from where you are up until this very moment, if what you've been doing is not working for you, if you are not as free as you want to be, mindset matters. Let's change the mindset. And again, movement matters. How you move is critical. How you move is critical. When you change your mindset, that means it's going to prompt a move. And that move is going to have to be so proactive, it has to be almost immediate. Methodical, but immediate. It has to be well thought out, well strategically put, but it needs to be immediate. We don't have time to play around anymore. Y'all, we got to move, and we got to move in power. So with that new mindset, or with that changed mindset, and you may not even have the answers tonight, and I don't even say that you should, but it's something to think about. I want you to be totally thought-provoking so that you begin to move. We are more than 28 days. We're more than February. We are the power source, and you got to be powerful. You got to be ready to move, and move with power. We've been moving too carelessly. We've been moving aimlessly. Now it's time that we move with power. Financial freedom matters. We got to be real careful about how we change our mindset about how we spend money. I'm like I said, I gave the story about me being enabled. I didn't know the value of money because I always had it. And if I didn't have it, I could always, it's just the way it was. But I didn't understand the imperativeness of handling that money appropriately. And I tell my children now, I talk to them and I said, do this, do this, do that. And I try to be real careful that I have to be real, real careful that I don't infringe them and have them being enabled as I was. And I talk to them all about it all the time. And that's what I'm saying to you. Financial freedom matters. So keep yourself where you can move from lack to freedom. And if, like I said, if it's 50 cents, $5, $10, you're going to have you 2 separate accounts, minimum, 2 separate accounts where you have that savings account, do nothing with it. Don't even touch it. Then you'll have the other account, you pay your bills or whatever you do need to do. But it's real important that we begin to save today. It's not too late to change your financial status. It is not too late. Change your mind, change your movement, and you can change your finances. I'm here today because I'm a component. I've done that, been there, done that, still mastering moves. I'm still learning and I'm still moving. And finally, building, branding, and rebuilding rebranding matters. It's not too late. We have got to learn how to appreciate one another. We have got to learn to stop using one another. We have got to learn how to stop And what I'm just going to be, just going to say it just like it is. We've got to stop beating each other down about one another in the worst ways. We have got to, out of what mistakes I've made in the past, I'm not those mistakes today. So people that you've dealt with, people that have let you down, people that have said bad things about you, people that just kind of rub you the wrong way. We're going to trash that tonight. Once again, we're going to look with a different set of lens. A lot of times we realize that people can only do and be who they are what they know. That's tonight, and I got to do it myself. Up the door, being able to step with no judgment, use people with compassion. I don't mean use them, but I'm saying use compassion with people and start collaborating and stop using people. I'm the main one. I hold my hands up. I've made decisions in the past that weren't the greatest decisions. I made decisions in the past that left me in debt. I've made decisions in the past where I'm a debtor. I made decisions that I wasn't comfortable with, but I didn't let that stop me. And that's where I am today. I, you know, we're at a point to where we've got to break break down those barriers of not coming together. Sure, there are times when you just got to stay away from certain people or certain sects or whatever. Do that, but do it in love. Just know, okay, all right, move away, but you got to do it in love. Still love that person, still be able to be there if that person needs you in some form or fashion. That don't mean you give your pearls to the swine. It just means you regulate your circle. But let's stop tearing each other down. Let's stop it today. If you don't have anything nice to say, you know what your mama say. Don't say anything. If you can help build somebody up, do it. If you can help somebody, do it. And I just want to say tonight, I'm grateful to be in a place where I'm building, branding, and rebranding. And like I said, I haven't made all the right decisions, haven't made all the right moves, but today I'm moving in a boss move. Today I'm moving in a very great way of understanding and being totally authentic about who I am. And am I still making mistakes? Yeah, because I'm still trying. But for me, I will always be in a place to learn and learn more. I will always be in a place to where I can always learn something that's going to help you. That's what it's all about. What it's about. I am so glad that you all are here today. At the night, and I trust that something has been said tonight that is totally inspiring, totally encouraging. Because the question tonight is, what is your next move? Because we're more than 28 days, y'all. We're more than the month of February. We're so much more. So let's take this time to build, brand, rebrand. You know somebody you can collab with? Y'all can come together and create a business, create a store, create a school, create a grocery store, create a bank. Make that collaboration. Don't be afraid. Now is the time because we have got to move quickly and powerfully. That's right. Quickly and powerfully. We've got to make that move. So glad that you all are here tonight. Once again, it has been a wonderful time to spend with you. Toothless Tiger, she's on. She goes on at 7:30. So after you get through watching me on YouTube, go to Toothless Tiger. Hear what she has to say. Thank her for being a great part of the conversation. And our next move is making sessions available so that you can learn more about who you are, who we are as Asiatic people. That's right, as Asiatic people. Strength, courage, and wisdom. That's what we're all about tonight. That's what it's going to take for us to make this move and make it in a powerful way. Strength, courage, and wisdom. I'm Carol. My cash app, it's $ Carolyn M. Jones. Carolyn M. Jones. We do appreciate your support, and we thank you for being a part of Conversations with Carolyn and Chance of Lifetime Coaching. Maya Angelou said it best. If you're always trying to be normal, you'll never know just how amazing you can be. Let's go be amazing, everybody, and we're going to move forward with confidence, and we're going to move forward with power. India Ari. I don't know the rights to this music, but it's mighty, mighty good. Let's move forward. Strength, courage, and wisdom. Good night. See you next time. I do want you to be on the lookout, though, because we're going to have a girl you got it. It's going to be March 4th. It's going to be March 4th. It's going to be online at 2 p.m. Vision Cup Party. That's right. So that you want and that you are able to tune in, and it's going to be online. It's going to be online, and you'll have an opportunity to what that's all about is you've had your vision board parties, and you've stated your vision board, and you have your goals mapped out of what you want to do and how you want to do it, right? So what this vision cup party is going to do, I will be partnering with Andrea Williams with Andrea's Craft Therapy. It's Andrea's Craft Therapy, and this is one of the cups. This one. Don't worry, be happy. You can see it. This is a creation by Andrea. It's Andrea's Craft Therapy, and this is the kind of a cup that we're going to have for the Girl You Got a Vision Cup Party. And what will happen is you'll have a picture of yourself here, and then the cup will have all of your vision on a cup. And every time you take a sip, you'll be able to look at your cup and say, am I headed in the right direction? Am I making the right move? You know, that's what it's all about with the Girl You Got It Vision Cup Party. And it's going to be coming up March 4th. It's going to be online. So what's going to happen? You're going to begin to see check my website. It's going to be on my website of how to register, and be looking for it. We're going to be looking for you. And it's Girl You Got It Vision Cup Party. And this music, I don't own the rights, but it's King George. So girl, you got it. You might as well show it. Hey, you got it, girl. You may as well show it. And you know what? You know what? We don't have to just leave it for just girls. Any of you guys out there, any of you men out there, any of you, feel free to join the party. Get your on your cup so that every sip, it'll remind you, am I heading in the right direction? Am I making the right move? Good night, good night, good night. Once again, Girl You Got a Vision Cup Party. It's going to be March 4th at 2 o'clock p.m. It's going to be online. So watch my website. It's going to be showing up. And I'm going to have all the information. All right. Tell a friend, tell a name, share. So don't forget, if you haven't liked, please like my like the video, like it, share it, and don't forget. See you next week. Girl, you got it. Bye-bye.
Trying to find the words to explain the way you move your body, baby. You make it hard.